Yeah.
Tee-hee.
Tee-hee.
I gotta say, it doesn't feel like we accomplished a lot.
Have we accomplished anything ever?
Well, yes.
We got armed and escaped, basically.
Yeah.
Sorry, armed, fed, escaped.
Right, that's story
And
progress.
Potman got a fucking lighter.
You didn't even have a combat situation. That was all entirely non-combat roleplay and problem solving.
I'm fine with that.
And we figured out a bit more about what's going on.
As this session was designed to be. That doesn't mean that I wasn't prepared for you to encounter a combat scenario.
I should have just beat Knight to death on the spot.
I think we should have, detained him.
We should have given Shaky a gun.
You certainly could have chosen different paths.
That's the thing that gets me, is that Cross was armed.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Cross left of her own volition.
He would have had to knock out Eddie the Worthless and then cross the room to get to Cross.
But here's the thing, why did Cross leave of her own volition the entire point?
It is factually correct that where you found those broken glasses and the position of the elevator compared to Eddie, he would have needed to cross the room to knock her out if he was using a melee object.
But the object was left over by Eddie.
Yes.
So
I'm thinking he did a B-movie backhand that immediately unhystericalized her.
Or he did a pretend surrender, close in, take the gun type thing.
Or he did a B-movie backhand.
But he would have still had to get to her.
And?
Then do the B-movie backhand.
I will say the situation as it was resolved was not guaranteed to go in any direction. I let rolls fall where they may to determine what transpired.
There's the question you're still not answering it, Ryan. Why did Cross leave?
That's the other real big thing.
Yeah,
that's the actual big thing.
Instead of how she lost her glasses or whatever happened.
Well, that's the thing, because there was, as it was pointed out, obvious tension between Cross, Reynolds, and the other two.
The CDC scientist and the non-CD scientist.
It seems more like if Knight was in as deep as he seemed to be to have that kind of clearance level, she's probably a hostage now of the same group that's testing us.
Or he backhanded her and said, "Come with me if you want to live." And she was like,
all right.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Think she's a hostage? Like she's got to appear 2 sessions from now to compel Fletcher to do things
idea. No, she might just be completely gone, but it seems likely she might have been pulled into this whole prisoner escapade that we are in just as likely as she left of her own volition. We have no idea how to weight the possibilities.
Nope. These are all questions we're going to have to answer sometime.
Maybe.
Next time.
Except we'll never probably find out because we're avoiding the people who have the answers for good reason.
But the people who have reasons.
You all have chosen to run into the forest, where that's clearly where the 5 generals will be. That's clearly where agents.
That's where we find the 6th general.
See, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure Fletch is pretty curious about all that shit. But Potman just wants to see his grandma.
And Tony doesn't.
Going to see someone's grandmother sounds like a good idea, Kat.
And Tony really doesn't give a shit anymore about all this shit. He just wants to go home. And home happens to be Romero.
Where's your
Romero happens to be on the other side of that blockade.
Yeah. And Tony has cars there, maybe.
If we don't clear the dungeon, we don't get the loot.
They've got plenty of loot on them.
Yeah, you don't understand.
Are you guys gonna need it, or do you gonna greet it?
Well,
Someone's obviously going to ninja.
Potman already knows how much that greed always fails with Tony around. Hey, look, multi-tool. I'll take that.
I'll also go ahead and delete all of your cars now, since you no longer have them, and the little girl can go poof. Bye,
Oh.
little girl.
The one
Ha.
of 5 little girls.
We never learned what happened to Father Blackman or that old guy.
I
Or-
am almost certain they were at one point among one of those groups of zombies.
Yeah, or we never found out what happened to Thomas Clady or whatever.
That was the old guy.
Or Blackman.
I said that already.
Or whatever other various survivors from the town.
We do know what happened to the little girl, though. You know?
She's now with the military.
That's one
Exactly.
of 5 little girls.
20%. That's not passing. That's
Yeah.
not passing.
The others, I'm willing to bet, are child zombies now.
Great.
Maybe.
Wonderful.
Yeah, don't want to think about that.
Or they broke a lot worse under the torture and they were no longer needed.
How do you break worse than that?
Well, you become violent, maybe?
I don't
They
want to.
did not respond well to violence, let me tell you.
The Yeah,
military, that is.
They did also apparently didn't respond well to. Apparently, Potman, you were giving up stories about me.
What kind of stories?
I don't know. Electro didn't tell me. He just said you made me out to be like some sort of Johnny Appleseed figure.
Sort of
Oh.
badass, obviously.
Johnny Appleseed was a badass?
He was an American badass like The Undertaker.
Right.
So apparently you were just saying random stories in your
All the lies, every lie.
probably.
Standard operating procedure if you're ever forced to give testimony, lie. Every
Oh,
word
yeah.
of it.
You've got lies within lies.
Yeah, I mean, ideally you just give them the silent treatment, but if that's not an option, you just lie.
Hello, what is your name?
I'm
My
sure
name
that's
is
the way.
Anthony Ramirez.
That is your name.
No, that's like asking what you're doing. You're just lying about everything.
Oh yeah, everything.
What is your name?
John
John Romero.
Carpentry.
They call me Tom Hall. No, Warren Spector.
Next thing you're gonna tell me you're President Cliff Benton?
Hey, how'd you guess my name is Cliffy V?
Yes, because that's this universe's Cliffy B.
Absolutely. So, yes, what'd you folks think about the session?
I found it fun.
It was fun. It was more enlightening than actual actiony, but that's okay.
Was it though? Like, we don't know if any of that was the truth.
Well, do we know?
Yeah.
Do we know
I
anything
would
is the
say
truth?
it's
In
the
fact,
opposite
we
of
know it was
enlightenment.
part of their operation.
Yeah.
So it was all a
Just-
lie.
If that's
Just-
if that's what they want you to think, that it was part of their operation, that might have been a way for them to save
But then
face.
why did they let us out?
Because we were gonna get out anyways.
No, weren't necessarily.
I was this close from getting it, so shut the hell up.
Hey,
But
you
if
know,
they
you-
wanted to keep us in, they could have.
Trusty,
Maybe you did get it, and they just sent that broadcast as you were getting it.
yeah? Did you
Yeah?
consider that possibility?
Fuck with your head the whole time.
If they
Maybe.
wanted us to stay in, they could have put guys outside.
Could have, should have, didn't.
Or shit could have hit
Which
the fan a lot
means-
worse than they want to let on.
Which means they let us go.
I just like when Potman's proven right.
For all I know, this is all a simulation, and we're just sort of,
This is a simulation.
we're just like in the Matrix right now.
That's when at the end of season 1 we like project out of your minds and like pan across like a room full of people engaging in this governmental simulation.
No, that's
You're
the
all
end of
laying on
season
beds
2.
with thought trodes stuck. No, this is my fucking story, you bitch. Season 1. Season 2, we shoot JR.
The end of season 1, you have to, like, I don't know, show, like, some pixelated background. And it's like, oh shit, they are in a simulation. Yeah.
I like give Eugene at the end like a sense of deja vu. I just saw one black cat walk past me and then another.
Dan, you just got past.
That's
by 2
not,
black-
like, possible. And then he sees 2 black cats.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
And then 2 more that look exactly like them.
False alarm, guys.
It's okay.
Well, I am on some really strong drugs right now, guys.
Why did you lace that
And
PC?
then Potman turns to them and is like, guys, I thought that there couldn't be 2 black cats.
Did you only think there was one black cat in the entire world?
Better yet,
Yes.
you see Cheryl and Aiden in a bar or something.
That would actually be spooky.
That would
All this is just some serious Tranquility Lane bullshit.
It just turns out we were already dead.
You know, you guys wake up. You're fucking. It's Memorial Day. You're leaving Atlantic City.
No,
You know
Groundhog
what?
Day.
Just gotten home.
You know
The same
what?
songs playing on the radio.
In that situation, Potman would just be like, I'm staying in fucking Atlantic City for a few more days.
He would just nope his way.
hand in mine.
Okay. There's all sorts of weird government plots that could be going on, and we don't
Like
know what
some-
we don't know which one's true.
Potman doesn't care
None
which
of
one's true.
You know, this is like a different, delightful game. Like, I salvaged and found a way to enjoy the VTM politics and plotting, but this is so much better because I like the system more than Vampire the Masquerade. This is great! I can fuck with people without Zemitzi, everyone. Who knew?
Oh god.
Who knew?
Who
But the-
says the Zemisi aren't doing this?
We just the Nazis Mitzi who live on the dark side of the moon.
God, I'm
not
so,
That's
I'm
right.
so pleased
That's
you
right.
said that.
Dr. Franklin Knight was speaking Nazi.
He's speaking Nazi, talking back to his Mitzi master, who lives on the dark side of the moon.
I'm so fucking pleased that Potman said that.
I really love that line.
Stop speaking Nazi. I was just waiting for a moment when we went up back there and he's gonna say something evil and I'm gonna be like, whoa, they're Hitler.
I like that. Like, push the button, Electron. And you guys left him.
We left
Yeah.
Shaky and the girl.
You left Shaky, the little girl, and Dr. Franklin Knight himself.
He was just a
know,
nerd. How did we know he was going to fight off a security aid? Oh, it
Because
was
he
Eddie.
speaks Nazi.
Because Shaky.
The guy Shaky who almost killed us and Electro tased him because he was so shaky.
Oh, shaky.
Shaky party MVP. Wait, what's the opposite of MVP?
Least valued player.
LVP.
Yeah, there we go.
I think they call those free agents.
The worst.
All of them retired. Yes.
What other inane things?
Yes. All sorts of different decisions or paths could have been made. Different encountering, different questioning, different actions, especially at the beginning when everyone was together.
Still want a fun night.
It was like a clue mystery.
He's going to get
I
what's coming
really-
to him.
Should have broken his knees.
A pay raise.
Bitch
Hmm.
probably will get a pay raise.
Like,
Maybe. Hey. I know you don't want to think about this, but maybe Vivian Cross was in on it the whole time.
No.
Maybe.
no.
Come on.
Did we
was
ever
busy-
determine if the glasses
She-
were broken before I
She
basically
could
stepped
not
on them?
lie worth a damn, like, at all.
Well,
For-
maybe she's really
Was
good
she
at
lying
acting.
about that?
to Fletch, it's either she is like one of the worst liars he's ever seen, or she's like fucking KGB trained and is so amazing, and he was blinded by the tits.
Some next level
So it was a
linesmithing.
typical James Bond scene.
So it could be either or.
That's never happened at any point.
So, just saying that might be a concept.
It can't be that though, because like in James Bond scenes, he always sleeps with them before they turn on him.
Well,
Oh.
here's the problem.
Pre-
This
James
is not
Bond.
a James. This is not a James Bond movie. This is a
Yes, it is.
zombie movie.
zombie James Bond movie?
Fuck you,
I'd watch
yes
it.
it is.
It'll happen.
Ba-da-da-da.
I'd watch that movie.
Daniel Craig stars. Zombond.
Oh, he becomes the zombie.
Oh. That's,
It's so meta.
It's an anti-hero flick.
Well, I mean, he is an anti-hero anyway, right?
No.
Is he?
With all of his womanizing.
No, guys, here's the tagline. On James Bond's final mission, he's Case Zero.
Shut up with your 420 scope already, Ed.
420 no
No,
scope, thank you.
420.
No, and then it cuts to a shot of them, like, airdropping a zombie in, like, a white tuxedo onto, like, a volcanic island, where he immediately starts biting guards at the evil lair.
I really enjoyed that 420 no scope. That was great.
It's so good.
Forgot to yell blaze it right afterward.
420 no scope, blaze it.
Oh shit. And but yeah, who's to say how the mystery would have played out? You know, the murder mystery.
How it still might play out.
It's like you all were in the Clue Mansion, and
we decided to leave. We actually got out of the Clue Mansion before more of us could die.
You split up. You went your own separate ways.
We never
there
went.
wasn't really any real threat there, though.
Yeah, even with the zombies that are loose downstairs, there never really was a threat of them coming up and us having.
Right, that door was closed behind us, and then there was crap piled up the stairs that we know zombies cannot traverse.
Right. There was 2 metal security doors between where you left those zombies on that floor and then where you were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's.
Well, there were. Was it 2 or
Those 2.
3? Yeah, 2.
I'm betting if we tried, we could have redirected some power to security.
From
Yeah,
where? You don't know
probably
the
would have
layout.
been good. We probably would have been good if Electro had thought of it, but not Trusty Tony.
Well, it also, like, in the end, it goes to show that they had engineered it to have power issues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or maybe this is them covering up their for a fuck up that they're trying to make it look.
The individuals had said they'd never experienced a lockdown situation before.
And that does tell you how deep it goes that they have outside government officials here that they can just kill off and not care.
Maybe they do care and this was an accident.
Yeah, maybe they do care. This was entirely an accident. Maybe we were, they were just. Maybe this is
I
all.
really believe that.
Maybe this was not how the operation was supposed to go.
Maybe Operation
I think the operation included what happened in Summer Meadow.
Don't get
Hair.
It's not seeming as far-fetched at this point. Especially because they let us out into the same playground, basically.
Well, Romero's a bit of a bigger city than that.
But
We get
that
into
was
Romero.
behind
It's
the
just
quarantine.
stage 2, obviously.
Well, we gotta get through our quarantine, so that means we gotta have fun trudging through the wilderness for a day or 2. And then we're in Romero, where I can get a suit, finally.
Right. You can think of maybe a quarantine zone as might have been described to you whenever you look at the maps as looking like that.
So Romero's basically on the edge of it.
Uh-huh.
Totally part.
And so it's like they're keeping... interesting.
Could even be the place they're using for their primary, like, forward
Their
base.
next
or
test.
Maybe. The next closest place is Scranton, and you probably, if doing that, would probably blare it across the entire eastern seaboard.
You have
Wait,
to deal with
if it's that big, that means, like, the one was... The cordon around Summer Meadow was very close to the town.
Very close and very small.
And this would mean they've actually expanded it many miles.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite a lot of square miles there.
Yeah.
There's basically guaranteed to be gaps in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which means within the next couple weeks, we should expect it to, I don't know, be all the way down to 80 and over to like Carbondale and maybe Towanda, Williamsport.
Unless they cut all sorts of communication, it's gonna get out as soon as it hits Grant.
if they cut communication, that would actually increase the propagation rate because people won't run away.
Not that. I mean, knowledge of the situation.
Yeah, if they prevent people from knowing, they won't evacuate, so it'll spread faster.
Well, people will leave anyways just because they don't have internet, or like not internet. They don't have internet in 1999.
That is still an issue.
I know. It's people just like
It's
lose their
just
phone
not
line.
like the end of the fucking world like it is now.
I just think right now it's like they're reaching the point where they can't keep much of a lid on it anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, and every
Yeah.
time someone brings a tech thing up, Potman's reaction is just, what the fuck is that?
Scranton being a college. Well, you know.
Yeah.
Scranton's a decently sized city.
Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of major interstates going through it, so it's got a lot of traffic.
It looks like Williamsport's pretty big as well. And if this quarantine doubles in size, it'll pretty much be on Scranton and almost to Williamsport.
Well, I guess we have to hope that the military actually deals with the situation, or it
But they're
Years
not.
out.
They're just sitting at the border. And from the stories we were told, every time they went into Summer Meadow to try to do something active about it, they were just losing people left and right.
If they were serious, they'd have firebombed the entire area.
They don't want to lose
They want to
samples.
Some.
Research in town. You know, this could be the next big thing to allow America to retain its superpower, right?
Yeah, just zombie
Yeah.
bomb any country that...
Yeah, fuck you, China. Bam!
zombies.
Not gonna take your shit anymore, Cuba.
We don't
The
want
truth
your,
behind plaguing.
we didn't want your cigars anyways.
Tired of getting your stupid imported baseball players. Fuck you, Cuba. Keep Yasiel Puig.
But it does look like this does if we bring up
This is
some
what you get for pronouncing it Cuba.
Yeah, Cuba.
this does bring up some questions of we haven't actually seen we actually haven't seen anything infected the entire drive from the military base to Romero, have we?
No.
Not
It's
that we
also
can look
been
too
fucking
hard.
dark.
Extremely dark, a heavy tree line.
I mean,
not
that's
the
what...
highest quality roads.
That's
I mean,
what we dealt
remember-
with driving into Summer Meadow.
Yeah, we didn't see any zombies until we got to that one house.
We're just gonna say right now, I don't know. We'll find it. We'll figure something out once we get into the wilderness, and we'll figure something out.
We'll figure something out.
We'll play it by ear.
Spoken like a reckless guy there. All right, guys.
We'll figure something out.
Hopefully they aren't tracking us with satellites in the sky.
Well, if they are, we'll just have
That's
to perform.
definitely Potman's fear.
Well, then we'll just have to look for,
It's
Wait,
Potman's
does anyone have a knife?
national fear.
Do we have a knife or
Should have-
anything?
Yeah, Fletch got his
the
kukri
kukri.
again.
Okay, we could totally use that for some totally legit
Yeah.
hillbilly surgery.
Now might be the time.
Surgery?
Now
Surgery.
now might be the time where you guys might want to recombine like all the equipment you have, just so you all are aware of what you have going into this situation.
Well, I got the
Right,
most
so,
important.
what's the magazine capacity on that 10mm pistol?
It's a good question.
That's a good question indeed.
One I had before, I think, was 15.
Well, let me
It can go anywhere from 12 to 15, I think, or 10 to
10
15.
to 15.
Yeah.
think. Let's go ahead and say
I've got
I'll
that.
go ahead and roll a die here.
Like 1d6 plus 9.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. 15.
Nice.
Nice.
And how much spare ammo was there for it? Just arbitrarily large amounts?
100 bullets.
Nice.
But not in clips.
No, but
Not
in boxes.
clips. Yes, in a box.
So how many magazines are there for it?
Cat didn't exactly think about bringing the.
Nope.
Not a gun person.
I got a gun.
That's like when I pointed out, well, the box is great, but it's not very fast for loading.
That's fine.
Not a gun person.
There is no speed loading. It's like
There's
So-
there's
that's
there's
fine.
a 10mm belt fed box.
there is the magazine that the current bullets are currently in. You just have to like reuse it.
That's
Oh.
fine. Potman has
Yeah.
a club for if things fall in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how many bullets there are total. But did anyone else grab the 10mm
No.
pistol?
No, I've got the 100-round box for the 5.56.
Okay.
Trusty Tony has his.
And he has
Just
3 grenades.
3
left.
grenade rounds left.
We could totally hunt with that.
I'm
tell you
sure we
what,
could hunt. We won't be eating from it.
Hunt with grenade round.
It'll be flash cooked.
Well, what we could have done.
You guys want to attract any attention to yourselves? The 40mm grenade launcher is the way to do it.
Yeah, let's start launching it at the barricade, then haul ass.
Would they be flash cooked? Are they incendiary?
No, they're not
They'd
really.
just be blown open.
Here you go. So yeah, they'd be pre-tenderized.
What you're
Filled with
saying is
shrapnel.
delicious.
What you're saying is that they'd be awesome?
Little shrapnel just fighting down. Oh god!
Little shrapnel never hurt anyone.
I feel like that's an extremely false statement.
Yes, but as mentioned, you folks have had some pretty heavy combat moments, and I know you had wanting to been focusing more on a non-combat aspect, and particularly when dealing with human characters, this was the opportunity, along with tackling some puzzle situations.
Mhm.
Yeah, unfortunately, we just ended up running back and forth a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That
Cat is still
was a
mad,
thing.
kicking
Dude,
herself.
Fletch
for
is
not
pissed now.
disabling that guy.
Yeah, who's to say if you guys had taken down Dr. Cuntwaffle McGee, you took his Sigma card, you get the fuck right out of there, and you guys are already on your way, and you'd be in the forest right now playing.
Except Electro failed the shit out of us and forgot that he had a Sigma card.
You guys don't blame Electra for
but
this.
I mean, you'd think other people like maybe Dr. Knight would have known, right?
Maybe.
Like
Dr.
Well,
Knight,
yes,
Dr.
Knight
Savage.
definitely knew.
Yeah, I love how I'm getting them confused. Maybe that's a reason. But
Oh,
yeah,
you've called several people Knight repeatedly.
I know it's on
Or
my
maybe
head.
they're all Dr. Knight.
They're all-
Just
it's
like
like the
They're
5
still on the
generals.
drugs. There's only one scientist.
Wait, so you're saying they're all nightbots?
Nightbot.
Yes. So many doctor names, so many NPCs I had to
Should've
memorize
kept
at
Mr.
once
Johnson.
with their characteristics. But yeah, Dr. Savage, he apparently worked in this facility for a long time, and he didn't say that Dr. Knight had a Sigma card.
Yeah, but wasn't
was
he also
waiting-
talking about wanting to retain his job, basically?
Yeah.
Like he was, and it should have been a bit of a hint. They were thoroughly convinced this was not the end of their jobs.
Yeah. We should have got that, but we were too busy being pissed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Potman was too happy with his thing, weed.
His danger sense was a little bit numbed by all of the weed suddenly after 2 weeks
That's
without.
right. Maybe that was a setup. Here you go. Here's a lighter at session start.
Because
Disable
they
the
know
smart
that-
one.
Let's
because they
chill
know that-
out the paranoid guy so he doesn't put everybody on edge.
And Potman is actually surprisingly good at reading bad situations.
That's it. You didn't read that bad situation, so he just basically stood with us the entire time as well.
Yep.
And his whole thing being, well, I shouldn't just let them wander around. They might need my help. But really, it's more like observation.
Well, and he kept distracting us and facilitating us.
Facilitating us. He played poker with us. He basically played blackjack with us.
Did he ever tell us what his specialty was?
Nope.
He was a combat
How much
medic.
do you want to bet it was like psychology?
He was he noted that he served as a former combat medic, and that's presumably how he got into this current line of work.
Well, I will point out, combat medic does not equal doctor.
It's true.
No, but it can
He
be a
could-
road to it.
Well, yeah, but like medical doctor perhaps. But for all we know, it led to it in that he had military clearances and such to get him here.
Mhm.
I would not be surprised if he was in some sort of psychology field. He also seemed to know what type of drugs we were on, which a psychiatrist definitely would have some idea about.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it, cat.
Oh, continue, Cat.
Now, what if I told you he was fluent in German?
He spoke
Fucking
Nazi.
Nazis!
But he hid it so well. He blended in. Incognito.
He never said he was an American combat medic. He was a German combat medic.
Shit.
Whoa.
False
Just 'cause, dude, come on. Just because someone speaks Nazi doesn't mean that they're not American.
It's true. It's true. Just ask NASA.
I mean, we've had plenty of Americans who had to learn how to speak Nazi in order to fight the Nazis.
It's true.
So you're
They were
saying
tainted.
so you're saying he's B.J. Blazkowicz. I'm okay with this situation. Strangely enough.
Are you?
Not really, actually, now that I think about it.
No!
I don't want to.
Are you?
Like, out of character or in character, cuz.
Let's say both.
Let's pretend for a moment that I'm crazy.
I love the situation where
Pretend.
you called to a vote. Should Dr. Savage be without his lab coat right now? Just be shirtless.
Well, I mean, like, that should impose, like, some plus modifiers, right? Like, for
Right.
awesomeness.
Yeah, because you
I
want
mean, the
plus
dude
one.
ripped his shirt open to save lives. Like,
Yeah, dude.
that's
dude
how
was
every
badass.
doctor should start surgery.
This is completely sanitary. Dun, dun, dun,
Oh,
The
dun.
pure awesome will prevent any bacteria from getting into the patient.
B-movie logic says so.
Just literally rip their shirt off.
Oh shit! I love it. Love it. It's great. So what'd you think about the characters? There was quite a few.
Why did Cross have a 9mm?
Probably to kill you if you figured out too much.
Nobody else had one, but
No
she
one?
did.
No, none of the other scientists had a gun.
So you
So
got
many
think.
questions we're not going to get the answers to unless we're captured again, maybe.
I really just want to find.
Unless we're captured again, maybe
Yeah.
sort of.
Yes, we might find the answers or just more lies if we're captured again. But if we avoid it completely, we may never know the answers, period.
Right, you folks are more than welcome to live out in the woods. Make your survival stand here. You build your shelter and then fortify against the approaching hordes.
Nope.
What is
Potman's
this,
gonna try and
cataclysm?
get to
Brandon
Romero.
MacGannigan live there.
We're going into
Live there.
Romero.
That's right. You guys already found the military base where you can hole up.
Romero's on the edge of the quarantine, meaning they expect it to get at least that far. Romero is gone.
We don't
Well-
know that.
All the more reason to get to Granny right now.
Yeah.
Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go.
Actually, if you want to really consider it, there was a quarantine right outside Summer Meadows, and there's another quarantine here. Who's to say the quarantine doesn't already go farther? We just haven't seen it yet.
Redundant.
We were out
quarantines.
for 2 weeks after spending a week in Summer Meadow.
Well, actually, no. Keep in mind, we're in the evacuation zone. Summer Meadow was the quarantine zone.
Remember all those signs saying stay at your house or go to the nearest.
So there
military-
might be like multiple.
Isn't
tiered
that what the
zones.
sign we just passed said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exact same sign.
Did Fletch see a sign that we didn't see back at Summer Meadow?
Wasn't there something like that?
No, not that I remember.
Mm.
Unless you saw it as Fletch.
Yeah, dude, Summer Meadow was being locked down in like a perimeter, and then this seems just to be an area that's been emptied. And then there might be additional
Whoa,
zones.
why are
beyond
we
that.
suddenly trusting the military sign?
Oh. I'm not. I'm just saying a thing that it could be.
It could be a lot of things. Like, that's the problem, and we have no idea, or no way to really No way to rule out any of them.
Short of driving on up.
Short of going up there and seeing what happens, yes.
Or go